Hey Yetis, today I'm going to be talking to you guys about our new machine that we got. I know we've been showing you guys a lot of little sneak peeks here and there with things, but this is I want to go through a full tour of exactly every little thing that we have here and go along and show you our machine. So when we start at the beginning, we have our unwinder. This is where we take our printed rolls, and if you saw our other video about printing on our HP press, we take those rolls from that machine and we put it on this machine, and you can see here the print kind of coming off of it around here. What happens is it comes off this roll, goes through a guide to keep it nice and straight through here, and then it hits this. What's happening here is it's actually treating the surface of the web. So you think about like a non-stick pan where everything kind of like falls off and nothing sticks to it. Well, we're doing the exact opposite of that. We're treating this so everything will want to bond to it and stick to it, and you'll see why when we go down the line. But what's happening is it's treating this with Corona, and it's hitting it and getting rid of all the surface tension off of there, so then everything wants to accept and grab onto it. So when we put embellishments, it wants to grab onto it and not fall off. So going through the treatment system here, going through here, and going through all the webs. And here, right here is our UV station. Okay, with the UV, usually we put a protective layer of UV over the top of the inks to protect the inks from scratching and scuffing, and keeps it nice and pristine. And we can do the matte finish or gloss finish and put those through this station here. We also have our laminating tower, just like we have all in our other videos, where we come down, laminate with gloss or matte lamination, and stick you on one side, marries to the material, and then comes across, and then you can get that nice matte finish. With this machine especially, we could do is something, we have a different type of laminate where it's not sticky. And on our thing, it'll be soft touch. So it has this nice velvety tactile feel to the laminate to give that very premium feel and look like you can get with some, you see it in a lot of boxes, but now we're able to do it with labels where we can get a nice soft touch matte finish when we're laminating, and it's through this new process with our UV unit and laminating tower here. So if you want to come along down here, I'll show you. This is the motherboard or the brains of the unit for our embellishment. This is running our file, just like with the Indigo printer that we had back there. We send a print file to it, and then it puts it on the screen, and whatever the screen's saying on here is what it's going to be printing. And you can see here it's printing these images here with the 5X and these lines and these date codes on here that we're actually foiling. Once we said hit print, start the machine, it starts printing this file. And just like our other digital press, this is all done digitally, so we could switch from file to file to file without any extra cost. There's no plates involved with it. And what's really cool about this unit, and let me take you over here and kind of show you something. So this unit here is kind of what I'm talking about. This is where it's all done at. These bars, and it's this one over here that's going right now, these bars have these little print heads inside of here that are staggered. And what it's doing is it's spraying down UV in the specific locations that we tell it to, like you saw in the print file. So then when it sprays it down, it leaves a layer of UV onto the web. And you see that kind of blue light going across there? That's actually holding it in place. It doesn't fully cure. It'll just kind of like hold it in place so it leaves the image there. So when it hits our foil, it'll grab it and then leave the image with the foil over the top of it. What's really cool about this is we can do this without any extra costs or plates or anything. And the traditional way of doing this with a traditional analog printer that's mostly out there is you have to buy really expensive tools and you have to buy really expensive plates to get the same effect to happen. Where here, there's no extra cost in doing that, and with this system and doing it digitally, you can change files without worrying about having extra costs, and it's a really, really nice system, just like our Indigo press that we had before. So what's actually happening, it lays it down, and then this foil here goes through here, and it goes down here, and it hits a roller where it hits the UV, and just like the laminate, it marries it together and goes through and it fully cures through another UV unit that's down below here. And once it hits the UV, it pulls off the rest of the foil, and then it gets wrapped back up into the waste rewind here. So everything that has UV on it gets left on the web, and everything that doesn't have UV on it gets pulled back up into the waste product rewind here. And then you come out the other side and you have foiled product coming out the other side, just like you saw in the screen where it had the computer that was sending the file to the machine. If you notice here, we have 2 print heads, okay? We have one print head that we use for foiling, like we're doing right now, and we have a second print head here that's used for that tactile spot UV. This is a nice add-on addition to this where you can have that raised look, or you can also take this where you print on a matte surface, and we recommend matte surfaces for this because when you print on here, it prints out glossy. And when you have this nice contrast between matte and glossy look that you want, you can do these spot tactile varnishes on here that will make it really kind of pop and give you this like nice slick look on areas that you really want to accentuate and make people look at when you're trying to sell your product. So we could do a foil, we could do a spot UV all in one, and have it all pass through at the exact same time. And just the same way, you just tell it what you want it to print, and it's gonna start printing that file. After that, it goes through here, and it hits our die station. In here, we have a die that's cutting the label. It's a metal die that'll cut the label into the shape that you're looking for. And it goes through here and it cuts, and you can kind of see it moving back and forth. That's because it's on a big cylinder and it moves the label to the exact location of where it needs to cut every single time with this little eye marker here that it's hitting. So it goes through here, cuts the label, and then it comes out the other side. We strip the extra waste off of it, and this is the waste coming off of it, and what we're left with is just the label on the liner with all the extra waste cut off of it, so you have your nice clean label coming off the other end. And then it gets wound into here. These rolls get wound up for the full run, and then they get taken and they get brought over to our rewinder in like our other video, where it goes through 100% inspection systems to make sure that every single label that we give you guys is perfect. And you get exactly what you're looking for, get exactly what you want. That's the process of how we do things, and this is the process of our new machine. It's really cool, it's really exciting. If you have any questions at all with this, feel free to give us a call. We'd be more than happy to talk to you about your projects. We are super excited to see different things, different stuff that we have coming off of here, and you guys are gonna really, really, really like it. Just wanted to say thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and we'll see you on the next one, Yetis. Thanks, bye.